Hi there, my name is Laura Armstrong. I am an international speaker, three-time world champion martial artist. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself in a moment. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about my keynote, the Empowerment Protocol. The Empowerment Protocol, I created it because it's not just about personal resilience, but it's about creating a culture of safety, confidence, and collective empowerment, which I feel is perfectly aligned with the idea of lifting others as you climb, especially for women. A lot of my life was about being firsts for women and setting up and being that trailblazer for those who come behind us so that they can create a legacy easier than we did. I am a three-time world champion martial artist. I've been training and teaching for over 30 years. Back in the day, I was competing against men, quite frankly, because there were not enough women. So when I started competing and I started winning, even against the men, I started making a name for myself. And that really served me later on when I got into international competition. And I always wanted to be a beacon for women to know that they had so much power within them that there was nothing that was going to hold them back from fulfilling their dreams. But we all had to do it together because doing it alone is too hard. So with the Empowerment Protocol, I'm going to go through 5 of the principles that I teach, not just in my martial arts, but my self-defense classes, but based in a way that women can relate to it, can use it as tools and strategies to take into their everyday lives, but most importantly into their businesses so that they take their power back and they rise as one, because that is really what this is all about. We need to work together, give each other the tools, strategies, and tips that we can implement now so that we can influence future generations and create legacies that are changing the world in a better way. I've done a lot of corporate training. I've worked in corporate for decades. I was the only woman on the trading desk. And it's funny because when you leave that kind of environment, you realize how toxic it really was and how you tried to fit into that mold. And I did that for many years. And realizing once I was out of it that it wasn't serving me. So that's one of my passions when I teach into corporate, is to change that culture around that toxicity so that women are given a voice. And people from all walks of life are given a voice so they can stand up for themselves by setting verbal boundaries, using verbal strategies, understanding what trauma-informed training is, letting women know that their trauma is not the end of their life. It's just a stepping stone to their greatness, and that they don't have to live in that cycle any longer. So I want to give them the tools for that as well. I think that's a very important part of things. Understanding how we can set those boundaries and use our verbal strategies and all the other tools that I offer is really the key to lifting others as you climb. And that's why I feel like this keynote would just be an unbelievable fit for the message that you want for your audience and what you want to offer them as they leave and how they can go out there and they can change their lives with it. I've been an international speaker for a couple of decades now, and I'm excited to be a part of your event. I look forward to any questions you have, and I'm happy to speak with you further on anything you'd like to hear. All right, thank you so much for this opportunity, and I look forward to hearing from you.